Hey, Michael Weiss here from Upper End Properties, and we're going to answer the question this morning. If I have a home that I'm interested in on my own, should I allow the listing agent to represent me as the buyer? And the answer to that question is sometimes. There's not a definite answer. First of all, the buyer's agents do get paid by the seller. So if you are planning on being represented by somebody, in my opinion, you're best to find a buyer's agent. The fee that they're going to make, again, will be paid by the seller, and it doesn't make sense necessarily to not have a representative for your stake in the transaction, being that the seller is going to pay for the privilege of that representation for you to begin with. The second issue with dual agency, as they call it, is that it can be potentially treacherous terrain if the agent who is representing the seller is not necessarily qualified or understand how to walk the fine line of dual agency. There's disclosure issues, and basically you are not allowed as a dual agent to give up the position of either of the parties. So that can end up being a slippery slope if the agent you're working with is not experienced or seasoned enough to be able to know the line and how to walk it. The last thing I would say is that if you do find a home that you want to purchase and it is listed by somebody and you believe that the agent is seasoned enough to know how to navigate that terrain, the only way that I would suggest it be worth it to you is if you can somehow negotiate the listing agent's fee so that the seller can reduce the price of the home, thereby giving you potentially a better value to purchase the home by. So if you think that entering into dual agency is going to allow you to purchase the home for a lower amount, and that the agent who is the listing agent, who would then become the dual agent, aka the buyer's agent as well, can handle it, it could be worth it. So you don't throw out the idea necessarily. However, again, the buyer's agency is paid for by the seller, and those people will represent your interest and only your interest in the sale. And also there are a lot of pitfalls that can happen with the usage of dual agency, so you really want to check and double check the agent, their past, their history, and know if they're able to really take care of the situation like it needs to be done. So we appreciate you guys keeping us with these questions to answer, and again, call us anytime if you have any other questions you'd like answered. Thanks again.